After about 3 months, we finally have a new teaser for an episode of Season 5. So the French Miraculous YouTube channel posted a little 30-second teaser from Migration, which is episode 13. But before we get into the analysis, if you guys want to see the actual teaser yourself, I posted it on my Instagram, so feel free to go check it out on there. I'll have it linked in the description. But now, without further ado, let's get into the analysis. So it starts off with Kitty Section performing a song, most likely the You Know I Love Unicorn song, because they literally don't sing anything else. And Adrien and Marinette are watching, which I think is so cute because Adrien rarely gets to actually watch them perform. He's either not there or he's playing the piano, so I just love the fact that he's there and with Marinette. Then we see Bob Roth clapping, just cheering them on, which honestly probably isn't really a good thing. And everyone's head kind of perks up. They look a little shocked, so I don't know if they actually knew that Bob Roth was there. I don't think that he was invited. I think he probably just heard them and came on the boat. He shows them some papers, which I can only imagine is a contract of some kind. He probably wants to sign them, which once again is probably not a good thing. But then he puts the papers down and has each person from the band sign it. We see each of them with the papers in their hand and they look really shocked. So I'm guessing that there's probably something in that contract or that piece of paper that they didn't know about until they signed it. Obviously, Luca is mad about this, so he ends up ripping the paper, but it goes to this other scene of him ripping the paper and you see Bob Roth behind the paper and he's wearing scuba gear. I really want to know why he's wearing. I just love the floaties on the arm. I'm guessing Luca and Bob start arguing and then Luca's mom gets involved and Bob Roth gets thrown off the boat. As he should, honestly. But can we talk about the floaty on him? And to probably absolutely nobody's surprise, Bob Roth ends up getting akumatized. Also, the miraculous power that he gets is Kalki, obviously, because, the episode name is Migration. So everybody is kind of down in the bottom of the boat in a corner, and Luca tries to run towards them, but Bob Roth appears right in front of him and tries to hit him. I'm honestly really curious as to what his power is specifically, because we don't ever really get to see that. The only thing that we do get to see is the fact that his weapon, I guess, is money. But then we see Cat Noir leaving the boat for some reason. I don't know why. Back to Luca and Bob Roth. Ladybug luckily pulls Luca out of the way of Bob Roth before he was ever able to hit him. Now here's where, in my opinion, the most interesting part of the teaser comes in. Because the clip is of Ladybug and Luca. He has his hands on top of Ladybug's hands, which makes me think that Ladybug just had her hands up and then Luca put his hand on her hand. Mainly because we see her kind of look at their hands and then take one of her hands away. So he's just holding onto one of them. Which is something that I think is, like I said, very, very interesting. But I'm going to be talking about in a minute. So anyway, going on with the teaser is basically just Cat Noir and Bob Roth fighting. And the last little thing is actually Monarch seeming really happy about something. I don't know what specifically. Let me tell you, I am so excited for this episode. I don't even think you guys understand. I feel honestly the reason why I am so excited about this is because of all of the leaks we've gotten. Because of them, I unfortunately know a whole lot about the episodes that haven't been released yet. However, this is the only episode that I literally know nothing about. It's literally the only episode so far, practically, that we've seen that I am able to go into blindly. So I am so freaking excited about it. Not to mention, we get to see Luca again, which I think we haven't seen him since episode 6. So I'm so happy that he gets to make an appearance again. I think this episode may be kind of more centered around Luca, just like Wishmaker was, so I'm really happy for another episode like that. Which actually brings me to the thing that I wanted to talk about. If you've seen episode 16, you know that Nino had to fill in for Luca since he wasn't there, which seems really, really weird to me. I mean, it could just be a thing of he couldn't make it that day, but I feel it wasn't that. Maybe he genuinely had to leave. I mean, for all we know, maybe he's not even in Paris anymore. Could this be the episode that we find what happened to him and where he is? Or maybe not is, but at least will be. But even more importantly, could this be the episode that he tells Ladybug or Cat Noir or both that he knows their identities? Like I mentioned with that other clip of Ladybug and Luca, I found it interesting, and I think the reason that I found that so interesting is because I think maybe that might be the moment that he tells her that he knows. Now, I don't know for sure, but I think it's very, very likely. I just honestly feel like this episode is so important. Like, it may not really seem like that important. It may seem just like a filler episode, because from the teaser, that's almost what it feels like, but maybe there's a whole lot more to the episode than we think.